So about 2 months ago, my dean emailed me with an opportunity to join perhaps one of the craziest scientific endeavors that I have ever heard of. It's called XPRIZE Rainforests. And if you're not familiar with it, no big deal. Most people probably aren't, but it's going to be pretty cool. So Michigan State has been invited to participate in the semifinals. There's already apparently an earlier competition with 300 teams from around the world. Now we're down to 15 teams. If MSU manages to go on beyond the semifinals into the finals, then there will be the top 10 teams. Whoever places first will get a $10 million prize. The goal of this is to find as many plants and animal species as we can. Simple enough. There's a few caveats to that. So we have 24 hours to do it. We can only do it in a 100-hectare forest, and we can't step foot in the forest, which means that we want to automate it as much as possible. The idea here being this is that we're going to innovate so that we can set off robots, drones, rovers, whatever, into any random rainforest around the world and have a quick, rapid assessment of species diversity. Now, we get points for the number of species that we can identify and to taxonomic level, right? So if we hear a bird, just say we got a bird, that'd be a certain number of points. If we say, well, it's a nuthatch, as I hear a nuthatch behind me calling, that would be more points. If we say it's a white-breasted nuthatch, where we can get it down to species level, all the better. That's even more points. We also get points for diversity, right? So if we just focus on birds, we're only going to get a certain number of points after we start identifying bird after bird after bird. So if we can get birds and insects and herps and all that. So that's where I come in. I was brought on as the herpetologist. And it's going to be interesting. So I'm not going to go into great detail about what we're doing. That will come later. I think I'm going to do something that I haven't done before and kind of live video this whole experience the whole way through in no small part because I'm kind of the official, unofficial photographer, videographer for the MSU team because I have that experience. So if you're interested, I encourage you to follow along. In 2 weeks, we'll be going to Singapore to try our crazy contraptions to try to find as many species as we can. Hopefully we'll go on to the finals, in which case you will see me in a year, also kind of reveling in how bonkers this whole thing is, but is going to be really, really cool. So stay tuned. It's going to be fun.